Hi everybody. So in this session, let us try to discuss about modified Ampere's law. That is inconsistency in stating Ampere's law. So if you recall the static electric field and static magnetic field. So in the magnetic field for the steady current, Ampere has stated that I is equal to closed integration of H dot dl. So closed integration of H dot dl is equal to I. We got del cross H is equal to J, which is Ampere's law. Now J is equal to sigma into E. That means Ampere has considered only the conduction current density. Now what happens is that if I will take del cross H is equal to del dot J. Now I can say that divergence of curl of any vector quantity is equal to 0. 0 is equal to del dot J. So del dot J is equal to 0. This is expression number 1. But now if you try to recall the continuity equation, current continuity, what is current continuity equation? Del dot J is equal to minus del rho V by del T, isn't it? Minus rho V dot. So if I will take here, if I will compare this equation number 1 with equation number 2, then practically any engineer or anybody can feel LHS is del dot J, but RHS here is 0, here RHS is minus del rho V by del T. So now how it is possible? If LHS is del dot J, RHS should be either minus del rho V by del T. It should be consistent. That means from equation number 1 and 2, we can say that there is inconsistency in stating Ampere's law. Okay. So there is inconsistency in stating Ampere's law, and so it requires a modification. So if you wish to get the Helmholtz wave equation, then you need to a time varying field Maxwell's equation. So basically, if you try to actually try to modify this expression, which is nothing but Ampere's law, then we can get the Maxwell's equation for time varying field. Now let us see how we can modify this. You are getting this point. So here LHS is del dot J, but RHS is different. So either this is wrong or this is wrong. But this can't be wrong. This is wrong. Why? That we need to discuss. That means we are trying to understand, trying to modify the Ampere's law. Let us modify the Ampere's law. Modify Ampere's law. So if you, in a competitive exam, if you wish to score good amount of good marks or good rank, then at that time you should not remember the equation. You should try to understand the interpretation of this equation. What is the application? So already we have stated that Ampere's law, del cross H is equal to J. This is Ampere's law. Continuity equation, which is derived from the current continuity, which is del dot J is equal to minus del rho V by del T. Rho V is equal to del dot D, which is Gauss law. So del dot J is equal to minus del by del T of del dot D. Del is nothing but your space derivative. Del is equal to del by del x ax plus del by del y ay plus del by del z az. So del dot J is equal to minus, I will take firstly time derivative and then space derivative. So dou d by dou t. Now I am getting this expression. What is dou d by dou t? D dot. So del dot J minus del dot D dot. This is equation number 1, equation number 2. Very simple to understand. Now, to modify this Ampere's law, what I will do is that I will try to add K with this. K is nothing but another density. I don't know at present what is that. Now, if I say del dot del cross H, is equal to del dot J plus del dot K. I am taking divergence of both sides. Divergence of curl of vector is equal to divergence of conduction current density plus divergence of K. So this is 0. 0 is equal to del dot J plus del dot K. Now I am getting this expression del dot J is equal to minus del dot K. Now here I am not getting del dot J equal to 0. That means if I try to compare this equation with this current continuity equation, because whatever this is there, this is derived from the current continuity equation. If I try to compare, LHS is there, RHS is there. So what is the value of K? K is nothing but D dot. K is equal to D dot. What is D dot? In the previous session, we bought D dot is nothing but displacement current density, which is nothing but JD. So let us replace this here. So we'll get del cross H is equal to J plus D dot. So always remember, I have a RC circuit. Whenever we discuss about the electric circuit, then we say that current passes in a closed path. That is true. It passes from higher potential to lower potential. This is conventional current. Practically what happens is that, if I try to apply the electromagnetics, then we can say that conduction current will pass through the resistor, but there will be displacement of the charges. Due to that, we say that voltage across capacitor will not change. It will take some amount of time for charging and discharging. I will get a displacement current here, or variation of the current. D dot. D dot is epsilon E dot. D is equal to epsilon into E. That means there is variation of the electric field. Variation of electric field is there, means V is equal to minus integration of E dot dl. There will be variation of the voltage. That means capacitor opposes sudden change in the voltage. So this is basically your modified Ampere's law. Modified Ampere's law is del cross H is equal to J plus D dot, and this is nothing but modified Maxwell's equation, or Maxwell's equation for time varying field. So modified Ampere's law is del cross H is equal to J plus D dot, which is sigma E plus epsilon E dot. Now this itself indicates that this is Maxwell's equation. Now what is the application of this Maxwell's equation? Don't remember directly formulas. Try to understand what is the interpretation. So for time varying field, time harmonic variations, derivative is replaced by j omega. So del cross H is equal to sigma E plus j omega epsilon into E. So sigma plus j omega epsilon into E. Now I have a real part and imaginary part. So if I will sketch a phasor diagram, sigma E j omega epsilon into E del cross H, this is delta. So tan delta is equal to sigma upon omega epsilon. This is your loss tangent. What is the exact meaning of loss tangent? Basically, we can use loss tangent for classification of the material. Sigma is very high, infinity for superconductor. Sigma upon omega epsilon is very large as compared to 1 for conductor like a copper. Then sigma is equal to 0 for lossless dielectric. Then sigma upon omega epsilon is very less as compared to 1 for lossy dielectric. So depending on that, we can apply the whatever this time harmonic variation Maxwell's equation. So this will become now Maxwell's equation for time varying field. And this gives birth to the loss tangent. So from this, tan delta is equal to sigma upon omega epsilon. Sigma is equal to infinite superconductor. I can classify this. Sigma upon omega epsilon is very large as compared to 1. It is a basically conductor, you can say. Copper is a conductor, correct? Then sigma is equal to 0, lossless dielectric. Sigma upon omega epsilon is very less as compared to 1, lossy dielectric. Now why this is important? This is important for any competitive exam. The reason being, you need to Consider wave is propagating through lossless dielectric. Wave is propagating through lossy dielectric. You should understand what is lossless dielectric, what is lossy dielectric. Charges will not exist inside a conductor, equipotential body. Sigma upon omega epsilon is very large as compared to 1. That means you need to understand what is the conductor material. Copper is nothing but conductor. So for that purpose, these Maxwell's equations are used. So when you study electromagnetic waves, you need to understand Helmholtz equations. So these Helmholtz equations are derived by using the Maxwell's equation from time varying field, and you need to find out Helmholtz equation for lossless dielectric, lossy dielectric, then for perfect conductor. Why reflection will happen from the conductor, that you need to understand. What is the standing waves? Why standing waves are formed? So for all that, all this is nothing but basic. So I will stop here, and then in next subsequent session we discuss about the electromagnetic waves, how to get the Helmholtz wave equation for lossless dielectric, lossy dielectric, as well as for perfect conducting material. What are the alpha and beta values? That is attenuation constant, phase constant, what is propagation, what is plane wave propagation, what is plane wave, okay, then what are the polarization effect and all that. So I will stop here. Thank you very much.